Okay, we ready to go? We ready to go? Everybody ready for the podcast?
Yes, sir.
Not holding a microphone. There we go.
Okay, we're ready?
Yeah.
All right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lunchbox, the podcast where we talk about literally everything and anything. We are three different people, three different perspectives, three different generations. Got my boy Roy here.
Yo, what's up, guys?
I'm Alex, and this is Simon.
I'm his cousin.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that your claim to fame?
I guess so.
30 minutes ago, Simon said I belonged in an insane asylum.
What kind of family member is that? Why would you say that to your own only cousin?
That's what I'm saying.
Anybody who's watching or listening clearly doesn't personally know him, and if you do, your opinion is different.
Roy personally knows me.
Well,
and he's
not
never
as,
said that
not
I
as
belong
well
in
as I do.
And he's never said that I belong in an insane asylum.
Well, define personally know you, because that seems a little invasive.
We've been okay. Okay.
There we go.
That's true. That's a great place to start some podcast music.
I don't know if I know you personally.
Hopefully not.
I don't know if I want to.
At that point, that would make it really weird for me to say, "Hey, Mom, my 44-year-old friend and I are going upstairs and closing the door." All right, that's a good spot for some intro music.
The Lunchbox.
Christmas is coming up.
Yes, it is.
So,
What now? 12 days? 11 days?
is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's actually
11 days till
hold
Christmas
on.
Day?
I knew this would come in handy.
It's currently
Hold on, let me grab my
the
calendar.
14th.
Okay, so something that I learned this last week that was absolutely insane was Christmas oriented. So have you guys seen The Grinch with Jim Carrey?
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's like 11 days to Christmas. Just, you
Oh.
know, yeah.
That's crazy because I honestly don't even feel like I've been in the Christmas spirit.
Right.
You know, it's kind of coming by really, really
It's
quick.
because it's so warm.
It's really warm.
Here in Houston, yes.
Even here in Texas, it's normally colder now than it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, anyway, I was watching this interview with Jim Carrey, and he was saying that whenever he was putting on makeup for the Grinch and
Right.
trying that character out,
Okay.
it took 8 hours for him to do that makeup.
My God.
Jesus.
And the very first time he did that, he went into his dressing room and was like, I am not doing this. I am not doing the movie. And what's crazy,
I can see why he would want to sign off. He's like, I'm done. We're
dude,
done.
after 8 hours of sitting there, like, honestly, it's crazy. So he was actually trained by CIA operatives on how to endure torture. And they taught
Because
him
of the
tactics
makeup?
because
Really?
of that. And then
No way. Seriously?
seriously, that
You're
came from
making
Jim
this
Carrey.
up now.
No, definitely. And
Okay.
That's crazy.
It's crazy because he said that once he learned that,
Mm-hmm.
he was able to go through the makeup. And for that movie, they did that makeup 100 times. 8 hours,
Jeez.
100 different
Yeah,
times.
because you got to think it's like they're going to either do a 90-day shoot or a 120-something day shoot, and he's going to have to wear that every single day.
That is absolutely
That's
insane.
crazy.
Crazy.
8 hours is a full day of work for some people, and he's just getting started. He hasn't even started working.
I couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
That was absolutely
You
nuts.
gotta wake up at like 3 a.m. to start getting ready for,
Yeah,
for
'cause I was-
how you're gonna look.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
their shoot times will probably start really early in the morning. So you
Right.
got 8 hours. You know, you have to back up your clock 8 hours before the
Mhm.
actual first shot.
Is that how they would do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how
Okay.
they film stuff.
Because if, you know,
If there's a lot of prep for
Yeah.
the role.
yeah.
That is absolutely insane. So I was just thinking that was like a killer role and that he would be super stoked for it. And
Yeah.
I think that he was, but he had to push himself
Yes.
to be like, okay, let's actually do this. And he was like, I kept telling myself, it's for the kids. It's for the kids.
Jim Carrey's a very, very interesting character.
Yes.
He's I think they're called method actors.
Yes. Yeah,
Where
yeah.
where they like fully immerse themselves in the
Well, that's
role.
like Heath Ledger.
yeah,
with
Heath
the Joker.
Ledger,
Yeah.
same type of thing.
The boy went absolutely insane.
Yeah,
because
I
of it.
mean, what was it on the DVD or the Blu-ray or something? There's like footage of him being the Joker the whole time and run around on a skateboard from from the chair, obviously for with makeup and stuff,
Sure.
over to the actual location shoot there in Chicago where they shot Dark Knight.
Jared Leto did the same thing for Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Right.
I think he cut off like a pig's head or something and like
Yeah.
stuck it in a refrigerator because he was like fully immersed in the character of the Joker, just this psychotic criminal.
For Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that, and I don't think that I don't know if I want to step on people's toes. I don't think that he came close to being nearly as good of a Joker as Heath Ledger was.
No.
Top
three
I agree
Jokers.
with that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Top three Jokers.
Jack Nicholson,
Yeah.
Mark Hamill, who is the animated Joker
Yeah, he does the
in most
voice.
media, and then Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
in that
my
order
opinion.
for you?
Yeah.
Controversial. I'd probably put Jack Nicholson at 3.
Okay.
Okay.
And
that's controversial because you think that it should be the number one answer.
That's kind of where nostalgia plays in.
Yeah.
Sure.
He was in, I think was it the Tim Burton Batmans?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
the very first one.
yeah, it's a very very iconic role, you know.
Yeah.
But me growing up, I watched a lot of the animated
I did
series
too.
and stuff.
I loved animated
and
Batman.
that was where Mark
I loved
Hamill
it too. Yeah.
that was where
So
Mark
good.
Hamill started, and then in a lot of the Batman video games and
Mhm.
side movies that have come out, Mark Hamill's played the Joker in that. He's my favorite Joker.
Okay.
Even though there's never an actual
Scene where he's actually in
in-
costume.
in-
in the
Live-
flesh.
yeah, there's not.
I think
a
that
live
Heath
version,
Ledger
live
takes the
action.
cake for me. Heath Ledger
Heath
was
Ledger's
just
amazing. Yeah,
he was so good. And didn't he some other actor finished the movie, right? He had died before they
they
finished it.
they
Is
had
that right?
some. I think they used CGI for some of
Really?
it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
For the last movie, he died
Yeah, I-
either before or during the filming.
like my understanding was he finished that, but there was another film that he was working on.
Okay.
I can be wrong. Though.
I'm not sure.
I was under the same impression as you. Maybe
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
Did
That
you
would-
guys see Joaquin Phoenix Joker yet?
No.
The one that just came
Oh
out.
no,
No.
I
No.
haven't. Is it
Okay.
good?
From
Oh
what
yes,
I haven't-
yes.
You have seen it.
You Joaquin. I thought you said Walking Phoenix. I was like, what the hell are you talking? Yes, Joaquin Phoenix. He was great.
Have you guys walked to Phoenix the other day?
I was like, what
You
are
know,
you talking?
I was at the
Yes.
truck stop, and while I was
That-
at the truck stop, I saw a guy walking to Phoenix. Now I thought it was impossible.
I think there's potential for Joaquin Phoenix to work his way up in like my ranking kind of type of
Okay,
thing.
okay,
Yes.
okay,
But
okay.
it's only been one movie.
Real quick,
So-
you have a hair attached to your lip. Sorry, I have to do that for you.
Okay.
What's so funny about that is
Didn't
like
even notice.
all
You noticed it?
I didn't notice it at
Oh.
all, but you did because you're sitting there and critiquing him.
I'm like,
You're
what can I
judgmental,
find
bro.
wrong with Simon now?
Yeah, exactly.
Judgmental,
That's what I was
bro.
about to say. It's like everything about him. You're like, I'm gonna judge.
I'm
him.
gonna pick apart. Oh, my bad. So, okay, I forgot that this is technically our first podcast.
Yes.
Okay, so brief introduction, I think, is warranted.
Yes, we do need
Okay,
that. Yeah.
Roy, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell the people about who is Roy S. Ford.
I'm Roy S. Ford. That's me.
Hi,
and
Roy.
this is my friend Alex and my friend Simon. They're here today.
Hi there.
My background, I'll make
Sure.
it short and sweet because we got so much to talk about today. I started out in radio, then went into video production, and then started making a bunch of short films. And that's how I know Alex, because I put stuff on YouTube.
That's right. So Roy and I first met on YouTube. I hit him up. You had more
Yeah.
subscribers than me, and I was like, I need to hit this dude up
Right.
because he's got several hundred, and I have about 18. And I was like, I need to steal all of his subscribers.
Was it that bad? I don't think it was that bad. I thought it was like maybe a difference of maybe 50.
I'm not sure what it was, to be honest. But anyway, so that's
Like I
how-
had 300 and you had 250 or something
like that,
It was
maybe.
not crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I was under the impression it was crazy.
We hadn't even covered. Like I hadn't covered 1,000 yet.
Okay.
I definitely
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah,
at,
you guys,
Got it.
you guys were both at like a couple hundred.
Okay. So that's how we met each other. So my story is pretty
way to
much
make us humble there, Simon. Just make us humble. No, neither one of you had 300.
both of you guys. Yeah,
Both of
seriously.
you were losers.
Both y'all's,
No,
both y'all's channels suck shit.
I think the first time I ever saw your channel, Roy, you had around 450.
that's about right. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds right.
Okay, so anyway, that's how we met. You know, I have gone to whenever we met, I was in law school.
Yes.
So I did the whole law school while making a YouTube channel type of thing.
Yes.
Used it as a creative outlet, took the bar, passed the bar, became a lawyer. That's what I'm doing now.
Mhm.
Lawyer, YouTuber. That's my story. Simon, who the hell are you?
I'm his cousin.
That's his only claim to
so
fame?
better.
I feel like there's
I mean,
more.
Well,
There's more
okay,
to it.
Okay,
There's more
I'll
to
tell you more about
Are
myself.
you Alex's cousin or are you Simon?
I'm Simon.
Okay.
Who happens to be the cousin of Alex.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of trying to try this whole podcast thing with these two guys. It's always something I've been interested in, and right now I'm pretty much just a college student. So
Okay.
yeah,
Living life.
I'm a biology major.
Living life.
But I feel like there's so much more. Like he plays video games and he beats everyone.
Supposedly.
I'm
Not well. Well, hold up now. What video games are you talking about?
Super Smash Bros. I beat them
Smash
all
Bros.
the
That
time.
is not
Them
true.
Smash Bros.
very
Them
true.
Smash Bros. He's just got all under your skin right now.
Very
Oh,
true.
Look at the,
I just dropped the mic and leave the podcast. I'm gonna go practice Smash Bros.
It's true. I like to play a lot of video games in my free time.
That's what I'm saying is you need to stream it, dude. All the attention is
My-
on people
I like
streaming.
Have you
that
seen the
idea.
internet
I
at my
love that
house?
idea.
That's his main problem. So he always has an excuse like his internet is trash.
Okay,
No,
whatever.
it's literally so bad. Even if I streamed in 360p, the game would lag too much to the point where it's not even worth playing.
He's complaining that.
I've tested it.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough, I guess.
I don't know.
I guess he always complains that his porn videos aren't loading. So
yeah, that's probably the
No,
is
that's
what it
not a
is.
complaint.
Yeah.
it happens so quick. I don't even need it to buffer.
Yeah, no need.
There was like 18 jokes of endurance that I could have put out there, but I didn't do any of them
That's
because
okay.
it's the first podcast. We'll save
Sure.
that.
We
for,
gotta
like
start off-
episode 4 and 5.
Exactly, a PG podcast, I guess.
PG-13.
Yes.
So, okay, I just said that I was a lawyer. Let me tell you, last week I was driving to work.
Yeah.
I get to work, and typically my drive from where I'm living now is about an hour, 20 minutes. Hour, 20 minutes
God
both ways.
bless your heart, dude.
So I'm living at
I don't
home
know
because I
how you
want to
do it.
stack
I don't
money
know.
up.
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
I don't want to have to pay rent per month, and that's what I'm doing now is just saving money.
Yeah, save your money.
Anyway, a long journey in the morning. I wake up tired as hell. I get to work an hour, 20 minutes later. I go out of my car. I'm looking spick and span in my tie and slacks.
Yeah, I've seen you on your stories on Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I was fishing for
As I sit
compliments,
there
and
and-
I got it.
As I
Look,
sit there
almost
in my
as sharp as
pajamas.
me.
Wow.
Okay, well.
Almost. You come
okay.
pretty close. Pretty close.
Well, I
can
guess
tell-
we'll take that for what that's worth.
You can tell he's your cousin.
Yeah, sure. So I get to work and I was like, you know what? I see this lady walking into the building and she has things in both hands. She has got a coffee in one hand, she's got a bag in the other hand, and she's got another bag hanging over her shoulder, and she's like looking like she's not going to be able to hold the door open. I kindly go, hold the door open, smile brightly, and she just walks by without saying thank you. And that is my biggest pet peeve,
I hate
dude. I
that.
hate that so much.
I hate that.
I hate that.
I did that today. We were walking into a place, and I opened the door for a lady and her husband.
Right.
Very kind people.
Sure.
Seemed like it. I said, after you, and they just walk right on in.
Like they're entitled to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was frustrated. I was like, what am I, a doorstop?
Yes. Seriously. I hope you step in gum. Bitch.
Step on a Lego when you
I
get
gotta
home.
use that next time. Yes.
So that was something that I took note of. And since this is our first podcast, I've been trying to, jot things down that I wanted to talk about, but that is something that really just bugs me.
I'm glad
People that
I'm glad you
don't say
mentioned
thank
that
you.
because, which leads us to the next thing is, you run a YouTube channel
yes.
and so much content you put out. How much gratitude do you get for putting out free videos? Let's just start
How much
there.
gratitude do I get?
Yeah, like people saying, thank you for doing this. I know you don't have to do it. How many versus the typical comments that you get.
Dude.
Yeah.
95%.
So-
Please react to blah blah by
Seriously.
Megadeth.
Seriously. So don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people who are very thankful, and especially because I provide this,
Free content.
free content, but I also provide this outlet for people to reach out, right? So
Okay,
if they're
yeah,
going
yeah.
through something, suicidal thoughts, depression, laws, drugs, anything, I'm like, you can hit me up. Sometimes people just need
That's
that.
really genuine of you. That's
Thank
nice.
you.
I like that. I
Thank
like
you,
that. I
dude. It's
really do.
it's interesting because sometimes if you're going through some things, you need a person in the world who's not related to you, not your
Yeah.
family or friends, because
Yeah.
they're biased. You want an unbiased opinion, so that's kind of what I provide for them. Anyway, so there's a lot of people that are very thankful for that.
Okay,
But I'm
cool.
going to say about 80 to 85% of all the comments I receive are, please react to this band. I love this band. Please react to it.
I go through your comments on
God.
I
Oh
go
my
through your comments
gosh.
on almost every video you upload.
and ahead.
Yesterday I saw this guy that was like it was just like your standard request like you were just talking about.
Sure.
But he started off with for the millionth time ...
I know.
I'm like, do you not understand there are thousands of
Exactly.
people that
Right.
are
Yeah.
posting the same thing for the
Yes.
millionth time.
Right.
Yes.
You posting it for the millionth time doesn't make your request any more valid than anyone else's.
That's
Right.
true. And that comes with the entitlement thing we were just talking about.
Yes,
But-
exactly. Just walking through the door and not saying thank you. Or,
Exactly.
Or at least saying a comment and going, oh, hey, you know what, Alex, thanks so much for this one
Sure.
video. I love the fact that you talked about, how the band sounds this way or
Right.
what have you,
Right.
Then they jump right into, can you please, and that, I'll
That's
take
better.
a request.
That's better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, you're always open to requests. That's what your channel's built off of.
Of course.
Yeah.
You don't just randomly handpick the music most of the time.
It's interesting too because you said for the millionth time I've asked you for this. It's really interesting once you start hearing people that are like, I asked you about this last week. Why hasn't it happened?
I've seen people literally say they're like disliking the
true.
video or unsubscribing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is so absurd. Like, you don't understand. There are 400,000 people
Right.
on your
Yes,
YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Like,
yes.
and everyone has a different taste in music. Everyone is going to request something different.
Yeah, now I try to take it as a compliment because they like what I'm doing enough for them to ask me to do a song that they love.
Got it. Okay.
So that's kind of how I view it. That
Yeah.
keeps me sane where I'm like, these people are giving me compliments when they're requesting a song because they like my reaction enough to want me to do one for their song.
I get what you're saying
You
now.
see?
I get it. Okay,
I just don't
get
think
it.
people should sound like condescending or rude.
Exactly. No, I get that. And I try so hard to, if I see a comment that's not a suggestion, then I immediately respond.
Right,
So I
okay,
want people to know that I'll be much more responsive if you give me a genuine comment.
Yes.
Like a
It's not-
human response that shows
Exactly.
some humanity and
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
you know.
And what bugs me the
Oh,
fucking
here
most
we go. We're on a new level now.
is when people are like,
Get ready. He
is
gritted his teeth.
when people are like, hey, I know you probably have people requesting music nonstop, and I bet it gets so annoying, but can you please react to this? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yes.
What are
yeah,
you
yeah, Yeah, yeah,
doing?
You, literally, you came in and said, "Well, I know a lot of people request this song, but I'm gonna request it again because I know that you know to play it." And yeah.
You know, you just can't stop people. But that's kind of the weird thing about YouTube is you can't please everybody.
No.
Oh, no,
You
you can't please anybody
in
with anything.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what platform you're on or what have you. So.
That's right. So, you know, it's really interesting how people can have no barriers whenever it comes to having a computer in front of them.
I think it's the keyboard warriors. They just kind of get in there, and now more of it's being done on the phone.
Yeah.
So you're just real quick. You're a loser. Play my song, whatever. Something.
I
like
would
that.
love to see a video where I find all my hate comments and then we get all those people into a room and then I walk in
Say it to
and
my
I
face.
want to see what they say or how they act. I
They'd
think that'd
freak
be
out.
awesome.
They'd
Dude.
freak out. Most people would probably
Yes.
freak out just being in your presence. Not
Yes.
not to hype you up or whatever. You know?
Sure.
Yes.
But it's just a lot of people that hate on you through a keyboard probably actually really admire you in real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well-
are either envious or would it's like that type of thing. I could post a comment hating on Eminem's new song, which okay, that's a bad example because I really like Eminem. But if Eminem comes walking around the corner, I'm gonna freak out and try to get his autograph and take a picture with it.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
of course.
Exactly.
Sure. So, I mean, I get that too. It's just you know, it's interesting. It's like the same effect where like I've always wondered if you went to like a house party and you brought
wow.
a bunch of non-alcoholic beer and you started filling up like beer pong or whatever, how many people would act drunk? I just want to know.
I think there's been studies on that.
Really?
It's like almost like a placebo effect
yeah,
type of thing.
yeah, really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's placebo. The placebo effect is strong, man. I've seen studies. They people that are in some form of physical pain that take like Tylenol or whatever. They've done studies where they compare it to an like a sugar pill or
Yeah, well, sure.
Well, sometimes even M&Ms. People have taken M&Ms before.
Your mind is crazy strong, dude.
I'm serious. People have taken M&Ms, and I don't know if they disguised them somehow or something, but the M&Ms actually were able to ease symptoms of pain in people.
Wow.
That's just like shows how crazy intense your brain can be. That's nuts.
That is insane. That is
So-
insane.
Yeah.
The one of the few things that we really don't know all that much about.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't even know why we sleep. They know you die if you don't have sleep, but why do we sleep? Like what?
For energy, right?
I mean, yeah, but there's a lot of things that are unexplained about the brain and REM sleep and all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah. That's interesting. Completely different course of action. Roy, I got a question for you.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Okay. In your opinion.
Uh-oh. Oh,
In
dear.
your opinion.
Oh, it has like a little intro for it.
Our next segment
In your opinion. Roy,
is
in your opinion.
Ford.
What would be the worst way to die for you?
Oh gosh. Okay. Are we
This
talking?
is a really interesting question. I love
I
asking
have an
people
answer.
this.
Yeah, like this would be horrible.
Sure.
Like attacked by an animal, and not like just a dog or or
A bear?
or a raccoon or anything, but
That's
like
funny.
full on attack by like a grizzly bear, where he mauls you, rips your arms
Rips
off,
you to shreds.
and so you're in pain, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm going to take this for a snack for my cubs." And so you're like yelling at the top of your lungs,
Right.
while you're in so much pain, and then the little cubs are like, "Oh, good nibbles," whatever. That's horrible. That's a horrible way to die.
that's terrible.
Okay. Yeah, I would hate that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine liking a way to die, but interesting. What is your
It's
answer?
the prolonged, like, I'm going to die because I'm with the bears now.
Right.
There's no way.
Right.
I mean, obviously an animal attack, because I feel like
You're just going to steal his answer.
no. I feel like a lot of times I could be slow, but that would suck.
I'm not arguing with that.
Well, no, I'm just what I initially thought of was being burned alive.
Oh, God, yes.
I
That's
think
horrible.
that'd be terrible. Although it's
I heard though that it doesn't hurt because it burns
once it destroys
all
your
nerves.
Yeah, at
So
that
it
point,
hurts a little bit, and then you don't feel anything because all your nerves are gone.
I would bet before that point though, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, think of like a hot water burn.
I feel like the same thing is like falling out of a 50-story building. It's gonna hurt the first, millisecond.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah,
over.
That's quick.
I think that I'm like very afraid of drowning.
That's
cannot
terrifying.
Imagine drowning.
Drowning is terrifying.
Have you ever had a near drowning experience?
um
Because I definitely have a couple times.
no, I haven't.
I don't think
You
I have.
haven't?
No, I haven't.
You guys haven't?
No, I haven't.
It's the most terrifying
I'm a
thing.
good swimmer, bro.
No, you're not.
Pretty good.
And I'm black, so I really didn't learn how to swim
So you,
until I was like 30. So I'm just saying, we ain't like the water,
I just.
You
I mean,
know,
I've never been held underwater by anything or anything like that.
Oh my gosh! I just remember one time, like we were going tubing down. What is the main tubing place in Texas?
The Frio, the Comal.
Kamal,
Were you in
like
San
that?
Marcos? Or
Yeah,
were
I
you
think
in
so.
Austin?
San Marcos. Is it the Kamal?
Yes.
Yeah,
Comal.
Okay.
yeah. That's
So-
it.
Whenever I was younger, I think I went to like UT baseball camp, and then we went down to go float the river. And
Yep.
I'm a very skinny person, so whenever I was younger, I just floated. I just sunk right through the hole in the tube. And
Oh, yeah.
I just remember hearing this very large woman. She was like, "Quick, grab him! He's drowning! He's drowning!" I was like seeing my life flash before my eyes, and I could not. I was like, "This is it. I'm gonna die." It's like I'm about to pass away.
I saved a kid from drowning.
I'm sorry.
Like-
I'm still laughing at this very large woman.
Thanks. Oh, okay.
Was it like Big
I've never
Mama
drowned.
large?
Oh.
Or was it like
Like Respucia large.
Respucia?
Respucia.
Oh, okay.
You
That's
seen Norbit?
No.
that's like borderline Equasia, because she's around
Have you seen Norbit?
around the globe. What are you norbiting people about? What does that even mean?
Have you seen the movie Norbit with Eddie Murphy?
Oh,
where he's married to
yes,
this
yeah,
huge
yeah,
wife,
yeah,
Respucia.
yeah.
That's where Respucia comes from.
Yeah. Got it.
Were you going
okay.
along with my joke without actually knowing what was going on?
Dude, I do that all the time. I'm probably going to do that in like every podcast.
I don't know what you
Yeah,
ever
it's
talk
great.
about.
Just go along with it.
Fantastic, man. I've seen that a million times. What is this Harry Potter stuff about?
Oh my god. Yeah, that
So
actually.
Respucia is a huge black woman.
Yeah.
And so a huge black woman cried out for your life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
$1-800
No,
black
I mean,
mama. Somebody save him! Save him, y'all save him. The little white boy that fell through the hoop. He's so skinny. His skinny ass that fell through the hoop. Y'all save his life. Jesus, come save him. What? Is that kind of how it went? Is that... He's crying now because it really was what
Made him
happened.
cry.
That's funny, dude.
Is that really what happened?
That's really what happened. I mean, give or take, a little bit of different dialogue,
Oh,
I'm
okay,
sure.
I'm
but,
sorry. I embellished a
Oh
little
my
bit.
god, that was funny, dude. That was really, really
But
funny.
that's really what happened was a black lady. First of all, what was she doing in the water?
She had a tube. She had a float.
She was tubing
Oh,
too.
okay.
She was holding on to that bitch for dear
I know
life.
she was. She was just holding on to it. I ain't going nowhere.
So was
I
she,
ain't going
was she the
nowhere.
one that grabbed you or someone else did?
No, she was just screaming for someone to grab me. So
Oh,
she didn't
who
grab me
grabbed you?
herself. I think some other dude.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say.
And I was just
know.
like, like wide-eyed, like, oh
wow.
my god,
Now-
god, thank you so much.
Oh, did you freak out because she said that, or did
I
you?
was freaking out because I was drowning.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Simon, seriously, you had to get that spelled out for you? I feel
mean,
like
the Como's not
it's not that
rough
deep. you're
water.
right.
It's not deep either. You
yeah.
can touch the
I
bottom.
was probably like 10, 9,
Okay,
10
okay.
years old.
Yeah, I could see
There was a
that.
ton of people. It was crowded.
Yeah.
Every time I tried to come surface up, I was hitting a tube. Like I couldn't
Oh,
get
okay.
anywhere.
Yeah.
I probably did a bad job describing the story, but yeah.
No, we
Simon's like, were you crying because you were at the Comal and it's not the greatest river, or what?
Well, no. Just like when you said earlier that once the lady started screaming, you were like your life flashed before your eyes. Like,
Well, yeah, because I was I was drowning.
well, yeah. Okay.
She's drowning.
But she was exacerbating the situation.
Well, sure. I mean, without her, there probably would be no YouTube channel.
No YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I
No
was gonna say,
podcast.
There'd be no more Alex.
It'd just be me and Simon. Hey guys, what's
What's
going
up?
on? Let's talk Star Wars. Okay, cool. I'm glad the black lady called for your life though, because that
dude.
would have been really bad.
That would have been bad.
That would have been really. Somebody save him, Lord Jesus! Somebody save him! Oh my God, the skinny white boy done fell through the hoop. Somebody say that, baby! All of a sudden, you become their child at that point.
Yeah, sure. The kid, you know, and that actually. Have you completely? I keep switching topics. I'm sorry, but
No,
it reminds me
who
I have
cares?
ADD or something.
What's
I
your
guess.
change of topic?
The Mandalorian. Have you started watching The Mandalorian?
I have not.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about Baby Yoda?
I do know about all of that because
Well,
I can't get
everyone
away
knows
from
about
it.
Baby
Baby
Yoda.
Yoda's so cute.
Yeah,
Have
it's
you
in
seen The
everything.
Mandalorian?
But I haven't seen The Mandalorian.
I've seen every episode of The Mandalorian.
You have
How many
Disney
episodes
Plus?
are there now?
6.
Are you
6.
kidding me? You have Disney Plus, and I've not been invited over to watch this.
Well, my sister has Disney Plus. I use her account.
Okay.
And then at Sarah's house, her brother has Disney Plus, and we use his account.
Okay, so
Have you seen any other Star Wars stuff?
I've seen the okay.
Oh God.
Watches The
God.
Mandalorian, but has
Oh,
not
God.
seen any of the
Okay,
movies.
well, it's better than not watching anything at all. So
That's true.
the Star Wars that I saw in theaters, I guess it was the first one. It was with like Darth Maul, the spiky hair dude,
Okay, so
double-edged
you,
Oh, that was
lightsaber, and it's like it has the long hair boy.
That was a Phantom Menace.
Yes.
The first one, yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Yeah,
and he,
you
like-
saw Phantom Menace.
I saw that in theaters.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Phantom
I
Menace.
saw it in theaters too. Woohoo!
Nice.
Yeah.
Watches
You
have
were
actually
little.
saw those together. Like
You
we
were-
were in the same theater
you
or
were
something.
little.
We probably did.
I was really little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next Star Wars that I saw was the one that came out whenever I was at UT, probably like 3-4 years ago. That was the next one. I just have not been a
I mix
huge
up the new
Star
trilogy.
Wars person.
Is it Force Awakens?
Yeah, The Force Awakens.
I think so.
Or was it Last Jedi?
No, it wasn't Last
Last
Jedi.
Jedi was after Force Awakens.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So it must
Yeah,
have been
another
Force
one has come out that I haven't seen.
So okay,
And
I
then
don't know
there's
anything
been-
about Star
There's
Wars.
been like 2.
it'd probably help if you gave us some characters,
Sure.
like in the Star Wars movie that were in it.
that you saw.
Oh. The second one I didn't know. I was like, what the hell's happening? I see a bunch of shit flying around. I don't know.
I remember the
He didn't even know the characters. I just went and saw it. You know.
I saw the first one.
Yeah, you remember that one
Darth
with Darth Maul,
Maul and
yeah,
Obi-Wan
okay.
Kenobi.
So now the other one you saw, who was in it? Han
I just saw-
Solo?
I think-
I don't know.
Okay, I think the one that I saw
It'd be Han
was
Solo
whenever
and
they went up
Rey.
into the mountain and found Han Solo. Is that a thing?
Yes.
That movie.
But
I saw that
when
one.
when they find Han Solo, that's one of the much earlier ones.
Yeah,
Is
so
it?
you got to be a little bit more specific on who was. in
I
this
don't know
movie.
what happened. I don't know Star Wars.
Han Solo's not even in the
Wasn't
one,
there one of the more recent ones?
Yeah.
At the very end of the movie, they like go
What?
up to the mountain. And he's like pulls back his hood, and it's like this huge reveal, and it's like,
Oh.
he's there, he's alive,
Yeah,
or
that's-
whatever the hell.
That's Luke Skywalker.
Okay, well, whoever the hell Han Solo.
Han Solo's Harrison Ford.
Oh my
Okay,
God!
I'm telling you, I don't know Star Wars. I knew I shouldn't
Literally-
have brought this topic up.
Simon, thank you so much for bringing us back to earth. Because my mind, I'm literally sitting here going, "What
The
character pulled off a hood
the
and
first
became
one.
Han Solo?"
You remember the first
right.
one of the new trilogy? Spoiler alert.
Yes, at the end.
They have the map and they go.
Yes,
Yeah, they go and try
and
to find him because he was in like
Could you even
hiding.
mention the girl gave him the lightsaber?
I didn't know that
Something?
much.
No,
I was
there
lost
was a
as
girl.
Columbus.
She's young. She's
Rey?
She
Her name's
walks.
Rey.
Yes, that would have been a clue. Maybe no.
I don't know shit about Star Wars.
You know Yoda, Darth Vader,
Yes, I know Yoda and Darth Vader.
Obi-Wan,
Yes.
Darth Maul. You know a lot of
Okay.
characters.
Yes, I know a
He
decent
doesn't know
amount.
the difference between Luke Skywalker and Han Solo.
Oh
though.
my gosh.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
that's
slap my ass and call me Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Hey.
I wish I had a sound effect.
Whoa, Roy, calm down.
I wish I
Soundboard.
did. So
Oh, well, for the audio, we can just play like you're actually slapping my ass. Although the video is going to give it away, but for the people out there who are just
it's
listening.
just like
we
we're
can
just
censor the
listening.
video.
Just-
Oh, Roy, wow. Oh, okay. Wow, that was
You guys
juicy
were in
one.
Hi,
sync.
Susan.
That was- hey there.
Anyway, yeah,
oh,
dude.
man. Okay. So I guess, brief little Star Wars topic. Are y'all excited for the new movie coming out?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm been doing this thing this week where I'm watching all the movies that came out before this one.
Sure.
And so it's been really kind of like, oh, okay, I get where the story's leading up to. So this week, I mean, with the movie coming out, Star Wars, I've been really kind of going back and watching all the old ones, I guess.
Yeah.
In order or in the way that they came out?
Well, like 4 or 5 years ago, I watched them in order
Okay.
of release.
9 movies.
Yeah, there's 9 movies.
And that's a ton of movies to watch.
That is.
They're about 2 hours each.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a ton of
still
movies.
less than Harry Potter, isn't it? Like how many?
No.
I don't know.
I think Harry Potter there's like 5 or 6.
There's 5 or 6.
Well, there
There's
was-
6.
I thought
I was gonna try to name all the movies, but the last one was split into 2
Sorcerer's
parts.
Stone.
Okay.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner. No, that's the third one.
Third one.
You guys are on your own on this one.
Sorcerer's Stone.
'Cause
Isn't
there like the Prince of Azkaban something?
Azkaban?
Okay.
Prince of Azkaban.
Is that number
thought it was
2 or is it the
Prisoner.
first?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh,
People are gonna
boy.
hate us.
Well,
What's the second Harry Potter movie?
Then there's Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2. I don't
That's
know. I don't
hella
know.
long
Yeah, I
ago.
know. It's the last
Goblet
one.
of Fire, Order of the
Goblet of
Phoenix. Chamber of Secrets.
Yep.
That's the one that we're missing.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a list. You
Sorcerer's
guys-
Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, and then
Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2.
yeah, is that like the Half-Blood Prince type stuff?
I don't know anything about Harry
Okay.
Potter. I
All
just
right,
know
well.
the names of the movies.
Okay,
Yeah.
so which one was the Philosopher's Stone? That was the first.
Philosopher's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at
What are
it.
you looking up?
It says Harry Potter film series.
The
I'm on
Philosopher's-
Wikipedia. Maybe it's all wrong.
Are you a Harry Potter fan, Roy?
I didn't read the book, nor did I see any of the movies.
Okay.
Yeah, me
I'm
neither.
sorry.
I have not read any-
So
I've read a-
sorry,
I've read a-
Daniel Radcliffe.
I've seen some of the movies, but never read the books.
I've seen a couple of the movies and read a couple of the books.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. See.
Yeah.
So, like, your knowledge of Harry Potter is probably stronger than my knowledge, but I'm better with Star Wars than you.
Oh,
would be at
for
Star
sure.
Wars. Okay. I got
For
you.
sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Star Wars is interesting for me because I was telling Roy earlier.
Yeah.
I played like lots of Lego Star Wars growing up when I was a little kid. That was one of my favorite video games.
Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
First of all, what's the whole thrill about playing a game that's Lego or something? What is that?
I don't
about?
know. It's just fun. You just go through and kill people with lightsabers and
It's
shoot
like-
stuff.
Well, that seems like it would be the same as a Star Wars video game. Why's it got to be Lego?
well because it's for little kids.
oh, so
It's
you-
not.
Okay.
It's not violent. There's no blood or anything.
Right.
Okay.
Because
all right.
there's also violent Star Wars games that are like there's one coming out or that's already out that's rated M. I think the
Oh,
Fallen
wow.
the Fallen Order that
I
just
heard
came
about
out.
that.
I want
Okay,
that
it's
game.
him?
I think so. It might be T, but
Okay.
it's definitely not like E or E10.
Got
Somebody's
it.
head gets
But
chopped off with a lightsaber.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Y'all would
That's
know way more
thrilling.
about it than I would.
But so Star Wars has always kind of interested me, but I'd never kind of sat down and watched all the movies in full. So
That's
Got
what
it.
I'm doing.
yeah,
Got it.
like last month, over my Thanksgiving break, I had almost a week off from school. I just watched all the movies from the original and the prequel trilogy, and I've already seen the 2 from the new trilogy. I'd probably touch up on those before.
When you're watching
The last
movies
one or
like
the new movie.
that many movies,
Right, it's
Are
like-
you actually watching, or are you like
Yeah,
texting
no,
and
I-
uploading? You
To-
don't upload
totally
anything.
immersed in the story, binge watch like sometimes like 2 in a row.
Okay.
Sit
Right.
there for like 3-4 hours.
Are you a? Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to say
I
something?
was about to say I'm probably more like you, Alex, in that I will do other things
Yes.
while I'm doing it, except for certain scenes. You know,
Okay.
like
Well,
the
see,
funnier.
you're already familiar with it though, so you know what scenes are important.
Yeah, you know,
That's true.
That's true.
I'd never seen it
Now,
before.
if
Oh,
I
yeah,
were
okay.
if I were to go back and watch all the Star Warses,
Oh my God, that would be a nightmare for you.
would I go and see? This reminds me of like Pulp Fiction.
I-
Have you seen
Ooh,
Pulp
yeah,
Fiction?
Yeah.
Do you watch it in the order of the movie?
I
Which is
I
the
knew that's where you were going.
sequence
That's
of the
what
order.
I felt like you were going. that
Or
way.
there's versions where they chop it up
Yeah.
and rearrange it so it is in sequence of how it should be.
I'm always a fan of watching the release the
How
way
it-
the theatrical release.
That's what I
yes.
did.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people will argue it's better to watch it in the chronological
Probably to
order.
understand it.
Well, because the way Star Wars is told, the first 3 movies are the 3 from the middle of the storyline.
Right.
Okay.
Then the
Yeah.
next 3 that came
Yeah,
out are
I
a
know.
prequel.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Then the new ones are a sequel.
Got it.
But
I would do it how it was released too, I think.
there's also Machete Order, which
I don't
is
know anything about that.
Machete order?
yeah, Machete Order.
Like a knife order? to
Yes.
these
Well,
things?
that's what it's called because they
chop it up?
they completely axe one of the movies and basically I forget the order of the movies.
Like
that you're
Phantom
supposed to
Menace,
watch.
Jar Jar Binks, I just want to know.
Yeah,
no more
I
of
think
that.
it might have
No.
been Phantom Menace
No.
that they completely
No
omitted
more.
That's
from
a
the
nice
order.
radio voice
No
right
more
there.
Jar Jar Binks.
You don't
Thank
like
you.
Jar Jar?
We interrupt this brief programming to let Roy do some radio voice.
No more Jar Jar Binks. Thank you. Please continue with your programming.
Thank you, Simon.
I like Jar Jar.
You like Jar?
I think Jar Jar is
Who
interesting.
are you?
I don't know anything
interesting.
about Jar Jar.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad you don't.
Jar Jar Misa Dada.
Okay, please don't do that again. I already
Misa-
don't like him.
Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
That is accurate?
Yes.
I don't want anything to do with
Yeah.
him.
He kind of talks like a kind of like high pitched Rastafarian voice.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yes.
sounds like you.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I love that you guys are so closely related like brothers, but you're cousins, so you hate on each other. It's the best thing ever.
Constantly.
Yeah,
This is awesome.
There's more negativity going around than positive. You know, it's
like-
just that type of
it's
relationship.
like positive negativity though, if that makes any
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction? Going back to that,
No, I haven't.
I've seen
I
Pulp
need
Fiction,
to.
yes.
I
I
love
need to.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yes, it's not in my top 5, but I have seen it a couple of times.
What's your favorite scene? Do you have a favorite? Well, okay, better rather than that. What's your
I
favorite
was about
story?
to go right into the.
What's your favorite?
the McRoyale?
Okay.
Yeah,
Royale
Royale
with
with
cheese.
which
A
I'm such an
Royale with
idiot.
cheese.
I'm such an idiot. I go to Europe and I'm like, "Where's the McRoyale with cheese?" And I'm in London and they have the quarter pounder.
Where's a quarter pounder?
I was like, "Why are you calling it a quarter pounder? You guys don't even use that. We use pounds over here, you idiot."
Right.
American. And I was like, I didn't know. I'm sorry. So I can be 5'10" here?
Sure.
Yes, you
They
can.
use stones.
Yeah, they use stones.
Stones and pounds.
Yeah,
What's a stone? Like 14 pounds, 12 pounds,
something like that. Yeah,
I have
yeah.
no. I didn't know
But
that
people I was
either.
hanging out with, they didn't use that, and I was just like, really? It blew my mind.
That's interesting.
Anyway, yeah. So yes, the McRoyale. That was my
Royale.
yes, the Royale with cheese. man.
Royale with cheese.
Interesting.
Okay, now what's your favorite story in Pulp Fiction? Because they have like different characters with
Oh,
different
God,
stories,
dude, I
right?
saw it when it came out. I forgot. I
Oh, you don't know about it?
It wasn't like again. It's
Roy-
not in my top
Tarantino,
5.
right?
Roy-
It's not in my
Yeah,
top
Quentin
five.
Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah,
Do you have
Quentin-
a favorite Tarantino movie?
No, he's not really my flavor of tea.
Oh
It's just-
my god.
Here's my thing. All right.
Oh my
Here
gosh.
is my thing about Quentin.
Why do we invite Grandpa
Here-
over
Yeah,
here?
I
Here's
don't know.
Quentin. All right. Here's Quentin. All right. Imagine I stab you. Right.
Sure.
I stab you in the shoulder. Right. And there's a little
That
bit
was
of
for the
blood.
audio.
Right. Okay. So, but I stab you in a Quentin Tarantino movie. I'm like, God, God, there's so much blood. Just too much blood.
I actually don't think he meant to do
There's
that.
too much.
I think he thought that the cap was on his watch.
No, I did mean to do that.
Oh, you did?
You are a nutcase.
But that's
Nobody-
that's a Tarantino movie for me.
Let me explain what just happened for everybody who is just listening right
I
now.
spilled
Poured
water
water
everywhere.
all over
We have
everything.
waters here for whenever our mouths get a little dry doing the podcast.
You know,
Roy,
a towel would be nice
Roy,
right now.
take here just to use this blanket.
He has water all
Roy-
over his face, his
Roy
clothes,
takes
and
his
mic.
water, playing like it's a damn knife. And spills everywhere,
But
sloshes it.
that is exactly how the blood goes in a Tarantino movie.
You look like Rocky Balboa right now.
Believe me. Oh, I'm sweaty, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's great.
Perspiration. Perspiration.
Hey, this is the podcast you want to see to believe.
Exactly. That's right.
Did you see that? You see what I did there?
That was nice.
see
That
what I
was
did?
marketing.
Little wink.
Yeah, the old see to believe.
We can put a
It's
wink
audio.
sound effect in post.
Yeah, probably.
That would be really nice.
But no, back to my point. All right. Just
Before the tsunami came.
an unbelievable amount of fluid that comes out of a human being.
Sure. Sure.
Which I'm
Not
sitting
the
there.
fluid that you like, Simon. He's talking about blood. He's talking
Oh.
about blood.
Oh.
Okay.
Use the word fluid.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. I'm sorry about your table, by the way. It's probably not supposed to get wet.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
You're like, this is great grandma's table, and you poured half a bottle of water on it.
Yeah, if y'all are just listening to this podcast, I would suggest going to YouTube and watching the full thing.
Check the video out.
It'll be a clip you can use as an intro. probably.
Exactly. Oh, dude, that's gonna be great footage. I'm gonna love that. So, y'all follow my good old social media, correct?
Yes, I do.
Unfortunately.
Instagram. What do you mean? Unfortunately, I post great stuff.
Wow.
I
You
post
do.
great stuff.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Sarah and I recently went to Santa's Wonderland, which is
Yes, I saw that.
College
Where is-
Station,
yeah,
right?
it's in College Station,
Okay,
Texas,
okay.
and it's supposed to be like the biggest light show in Texas with like over 3 million lights.
Wow.
They have a petting zoo, which was awesome.
Dude, I
You
know
guys
where
get
you're going
so
with this. I
cool.
know where you're going with this. Is
Where?
this about the animals you were petting?
This is about the animals that we were
Yes.
petting. They were the cutest fucking baby goats, dude. Oh my god, they
Oh
were
my
so
gosh,
cute.
Yeah.
I want to do goat yoga. I think that would be awesome. Hysterical. Have you heard about goat yoga?
Yes, I have. That's
They
why I'm
crawl
laughing.
all over you like you're a mountain.
I feel like they could pee and poo all over you.
Yeah, they do. And it's awesome. No, just
Doesn't
kidding.
sound
No.
He
interesting.
goes, it's awesome. Okay. I love pee. Just like Tarantino, blood fluids coming out.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't use that joke
Anyway.
as a urine joke ever.
Thank you. Yeah, golden showers going around. Okay, that's interesting
Jeez.
stuff.
I didn't go there. I was using euphemisms.
You were
That's
close
fine.
enough. You were close enough.
So there at this petting zoo, there was an alpaca, and there was a
Oh,
llama.
God, yes.
You get spit on?
No.
No.
Do you know
That's
the
what I was
difference?
hoping.
Do you know the difference between an alpaca and a llama?
No, I don't.
Aren't alpacas like shorter or
Don't
something?
one of them have
Alpacas
a hump?
Alpaca.
They have like, their necks aren't as long, right?
I don't know.
Alpacas are they're smaller.
Yeah.
They don't spit. They seem to be a little fluffier. They're just like the more cuddly version of a llama. Anyway, Sarah and I have been obsessed with llamas and alpacas, and we finally go to Santa's Wonderland, and we go and we're like, oh, an alpaca.
Oh,
Take a picture,
wow.
please. And he was a straight
Wow.
asshole
Really?
of an animal.
Really?
The meanest thing. Granted, if I had little kids being like, "Here, take some food, take some food," I'd be like, "Get out of here."
I almost swatted your hand away. I was like, what is he doing? It's my microphone space.
The alpaca almost kicked like this 4 or 5-year-old girl.
Oh, my gosh.
Literally reared up, and the mom was like, "Dude, the mom." She was like, "Hey, I swear, I will take you down." I promise, dude. She was yelling at this alpaca, threatening to
Jeez.
take it to the ground. I was like, "What is this woman doing?"
Good luck.
Yeah.
Obviously,
yeah.
doesn't work for ASPCA.
No. And then, of course, you try to take down, it's not going to go down easy.
She was like, "That alpaca doesn't want any part of me. You're gonna hurt my baby." I was like, "Whoa,
And in this corner,
world star, world star."
a 400-pound animal versus a 90-pound woman.
When I was probably about 8 or 9, I was in elementary school. We went on a field trip to Old MacDonald's farm.
Sure.
There was a cow that was being milked, and I was standing behind it. Kicked me right in the chest, knocked me over.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it flew about 6 feet.
You are joking right now.
Nope, got bucked right here, both hind legs. I went flying.
Was there any witness to this? Because
I never heard that story.
I don't believe this.
I've never heard that story.
I don't remember. I guess my brother was
Did
there.
it break your sternum?
I mean,
No,
Ribs?
no, I was fine.
You got jackknife kicked by
Yeah, I got kicked
by a
that's
cow.
That is
Yeah.
exactly what happened. He got
by
jackknifed.
a cow that was being milked. Yeah,
and not a part of you was broken.
no. They
Wow.
said not to stand behind it.
In that
and I
day
did
and age,
anyway.
Wow.
nobody sued anybody? Nothing?
No, I mean I was fine.
Okay.
I got knocked over, but I don't remember being in any.
Oh, wait a
crazy
second.
pain
No,
or
no, 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 no,
anything.
no, 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 no. We're not. No, no,
Hold
no, no, no,
on.
hold on. Where were you in what city, town, country,
Old
county?
MacDonald's farm. I
Yeah,
don't-
that's a little ways away. 30
Yeah,
minutes away.
yeah.
Okay.
30, 45
so
minutes.
what is that like?
There's
It's this
Conroe?
big farm. Yeah, isn't it?
it's. I don't know if it's a.
Oh, okay.
It's not an actual farm.
Here's what I think happened. All right, you had a bunch of cowboys out there. Well, he'll learn. I'll learn him.
Learn it.
Probably so.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around how this massive, hundreds of pound heifer
Exactly.
Yeah.
kicks
pretty
your
big.
chest to where you fly, what you said, 6 feet back,
Yeah.
and you weren't
I
harmed.
mean, I was a little kid. When I try to picture the scale, though, that's what I
Okay.
remember.
Sure.
Okay.
I was definitely knocked over, though.
That reminds me,
I wasn't
We've got to
standing.
listen. The second you see your aunt,
Barbara.
what's your mom's name? Barbara.
She wasn't there. I was on a school field trip.
So no one knows of this story. and can
Nobody
prove
was
it.
around.
I
it
promise
was just
it happened.
Simon, the
No,
cow, and the
no.
dude milking the cow. I don't know why Simon was there alone staring, but he was.
No, there were the chaperones from like the parents of other kids in my class.
Okay.
Oh my God, the chaperones are
Got
probably
it.
freaking out.
yeah,
Imagine
probably.
if you were a chaperone and they're
Mhm.
just, what, first grade, second grade kid just goes
I
flying.
want to say third.
Third grade kid just goes flying.
That is the
across.
greatest thing.
You know,
Oh my God! Somebody save the baby!
I
He
might have been
fell through the
younger.
inner tube. He got kicked back. He got kicked back.
Grab him! He's drowning! He's drowning!
Somebody grab him! That baby got kicked back. Heifer. I can see that. That is
Yeah.
horrible.
Oh,
That is
man.
horrible.
that place has a giant hay bale though that you can jump off a swing into.
Yeah, that's
that was
really fun.
That
That's
was
really
fun.
Okay,
fun.
I gotta go visit this
Giant
place.
It's fun.
haystack.
It'd make a great vlog.
Just for the
Oh,
sake,
it would, dude.
just for
Yeah.
the sake of finding a cow
Yeah.
that, is getting milked.
Now, okay, so I don't know if y'all know this about me. Have you heard that I worked at a place called Spicewood Springs,
I did.
Spicewood Country
yeah.
Camp in Austin?
We don't
I would-
talk.
Okay, yeah, sure.
We don't talk anymore.
Roy, let me tell you something interesting about me, okay? I worked at this summer camp called Spicewood Country Camp in Austin. I worked there during the summers.
Oh, okay.
Camp
Point being-
counselor.
Yes, camp
Yeah.
counselor. the story I'm telling is whenever I wasn't even paid, I was just a volunteer going there because I wanted to, use my summer without doing it. I had to go because I lived with my uncle at the time, and he was like, "You're not going to be spending your summers in here playing those dastardly video games."
Is that the word he used?
No.
Wow.
He was probably like, "Get your ass outside and go do
yeah.
something." Okay.
You said dastardly. Like
I don't know where that
born
came
in
from.
1927. You can't send your dastardly video games.
You need to go meet yourself a nice kicking, swinging gal.
Or a kick and swinging
What?
heifer.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Heifer.
I just love that term. I'm sorry. I
So
probably shouldn't
funny.
be using
I
it.
like livestock too. That's a really interesting one where it's just like, what? Who calls them livestock?
You like livestock?
What?
You like livestock?
Not like you do, but I enjoy their presence.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Anyway, point being, let me get to the story. So
Yeah.
I was a young counselor who wasn't getting paid, so I had no legal obligation to the place. I was working with the horses. You just take the kids. The
Right.
camp is a place where they at the station they took the kids. You put them on a horse. They walk around in a
Walk
circle. They get off, and they're like,
next kid.
I went mountain riding on a horse. It's like,
It's
no,
like
you didn't.
like a day camp, right?
You
Yeah.
walked 18 feet around in a circle and you got off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So-
a day camp. Yeah.
Exactly. So there was a horse trainer who was there, and she was running the horse in a circle, and
Uh-huh.
all the kids were in like this safe area where they had their helmets, and the horse got spooked by the rope and starts bucking everywhere.
Oh God.
Oh.
Bucks the horse trainer directly in the chest,
Oh.
and to the point it cracked one of her ribs, and she held onto the rope, and this horse was running around the arena dragging her.
Oh.
And then she finally lets go, and the horse gets into the area where the kids are, in the stable, starts bucking where the kids are, and these kids are
Jeez.
falling, and they're falling, they're screaming, they're crying, and I'm sitting here like panicking, and I'm like, what do I do? I'm the counselor, I'm supposed to help these kids. And I jumped over the fence. It was like, I am
ran
out.
away.
I am so gone.
Kids, watch what I do, okay?
Follow me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
a
God.
lot of the people at the camp were very furious with me, and they were like, yo, you have a responsibility to these kids. And then the art teacher, Elva, she was my savior. She was like, he's not getting paid. He doesn't have to do anything. I don't know what y'all are getting upset about,
that's
but
true.
so that was that.
That's a fair
Point
point.
being, this lady got kicked in the chest by a horse, broke her ribs. She was crying, beaten up,
Right.
and just dragged for a
Wow.
long time by this horse.
Oh my
I
God.
was like,
That's
oh my
crazy.
God. That's the impression that I got whenever he was telling his heifer story.
Well, I mean, there's a difference between a heifer and a horse.
I would rather be. Okay, yeah, that's
Horses
true.
can be huge, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so can
this horse
cows.
was big.
So can cows, but I don't remember it.
And not to be
I don't
all,
know.
biological or anything,
Sure.
but, I mean, check out the hindquarters on that horse versus the heifer.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
a cow's
You
legs.
know
I
what
know
I'm
what you're saying. I've seen a horse patoot a little bit.
I've seen a quarter horse before, haven't you?
I mean, a cow's legs are just kind of like they're like straight the whole time. They don't have like huge thigh muscles, and they can't bend their legs as much and
Right.
get as much power and rotation.
Yeah, that's true.
and
She
speed.
got torn up
Yeah.
by a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, because, again, a horse is going to gallop. A heifer is going to not gallop.
I like how we're having serious conversation, tossing the word heifer around. That is awesome. To circle back to what we were talking about, you said that one of the scariest way to die for you was being attacked by an animal.
Yeah.
Did something happen to you that gave you that fear?
Well, no.
Okay. It's
No,
just like a terrible.
I just thought of that on a whim because I was thinking to myself, it's like, well, I did walk up on a bear
Whoa.
in Colorado. Me and a friend of mine.
How
There's-
close did you
Grizzly?
get to him?
Oh God, he was huge, and it was about 2:00 in the morning, and we were
What were you doing? Wandering the streets at 2 o'clock in the
okay,
morning?
We're at the YMCA near
What?
Estes Park in Colorado.
I
up
love
there.
Estes Park.
Okay, yeah, YMCA. Look at there. Well, what do you know? We're
Yeah.
friends. Anyway, we were finishing editing a video that had to play at the conference the next day,
Okay.
and we were working till about 2 at the main, like, I guess you would say the conference room, and we were walking back to the lodges.
Got it.
And so from the conference room to the lodges, it's just, walk outside and there you are in the top of the mountains at the YMCA going to the lodges. And there's a bear just, destroying a trash can, literally destroying a bear
they'll-
trash can.
They'll go for scraps.
Yeah, don't believe that bear trash can. That's a joke.
That's nuts.
They went through that
dude.
thing like foil paper. He just went,
Are you serious?
yeah, that was,
Bears are scary, man.
yeah.
It's like you can't even climb up a tree.
Yeah.
They'll follow your ass.
Yeah, and the story goes like this. We're walking, me and my buddy Connor, we're walking, and all of a sudden we go, hey, there's a bear from the lodge room, right? We look up, there's a dude out the window going like this out of the lodge room.
Waving his hand.
Because we have flashlights. And he's like, there's a bear. And we look over, literally, it has to be about half a football field. Now, these things can run. Bears can run.
Sure, yeah,
they're
of
fast.
course.
They can be
Yeah, so
fast.
you're like less than 50 yards, so maybe 30 yards away. And we're like, we're going to die. We're going to die.
Yeah, you're not outrunning a bear.
No.
What do you do in that situation? If a bear is coming at you, what do you do?
Well, for those who are just, hold this way. There we go. You're supposed to get big and do this.
Yeah.
Go away, bear! Like you're supposed to extend yourself and
Okay,
go away, bear!
so you're almost bigger than them, or trying to be.
Yeah,
No.
but that thought doesn't go through your mind when you see a bear.
Well, yeah,
I
you
would-
don't
I would-
think rationally.
Oh
No,
my God.
no.
Yeah, start sprinting.
Exactly. That's what I thought. But
That's what
I
I
was
would
like,
do,
okay,
yeah.
there's two of us. I'm going to trip the young guy next to me, and then I'm going to run.
Wow.
I'm tossing him to
You're
the
loyal,
ground.
loyal friend.
But no, we just stood there. The bear saw us, and it walked off.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess it said, I'm not having none of this human being stuff, and there was two of us. So if I was by myself, oh, my God, I would have been probably not here.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah.
I forget what species of bear it is, but one of them, it's either
Good old grizzly.
It's either grizzly or black bear. One of
Good
them you're
old
supposed
grizzly.
to play dead, and one of them you're not supposed to play dead.
Good old grizzly.
See, we were in Colorado, so I don't know which one it was. I mean, obviously, black bear is kind of their thing up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but this sucker was big. It was like big, like, almost a queen size bed, big, just
Yeah,
big.
they can be huge.
That's nuts,
Yeah.
dude. I would have freaked the hell out.
Well, we did a little bit. I may have TT'd on myself.
Had to change your shorts.
Just a little smidgen,
That's nuts. You ever been attacked by any sort of animal, Simon?
No, nothing like
You ever
super.
been bit by a dog or something?
Not like seriously. I mean, I've been nibbled by dogs before, but I've never been like a really bad bite.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Not that I can remember.
Interesting.
Yep. I mean, I had a Texas
don't-
mosquito once. That was pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been attacked by an animal either.
No.
No.
Well, I mean,
honestly, I guess I've been lucky. The worst thing is probably like a wasp sting.
I hate that.
those. I hate those.
Yeah, terrible.
I've been smart enough not to be bitten by one, but I was chased off by like an entire nest of them. It's
You've
on-
never been
wasp
stung
sting.
by a
it's on,
wasp?
it's on my YouTube channel. But anyway,
Oh, I saw that video. I saw that
You've never
video.
been stung by a wasp?
no.
God, a couple of years ago, I got stung because hornets, at least, I guess, wasp, hornet, they're interchangeable.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But there was a hornet, like, the red ones around here.
Oh yeah.
Red hornet was buzzing around, and they can sting multiple times. They're not like
Yeah,
bees where their
They
stingers
just come
fall
back
out.
again.
Yeah, I got stung 3 times in my calf on the same leg. my
Night.
yeah, my
The
leg.
first one was like, keep
my
going.
leg was like
the second one,
you
"Ah,
could
you
see
do better
3
than that."
separate holes in my skin where I
Nice.
got stung.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was like
dude.
my leg was like this big around, and I'm a skinny dude. Like it was big.
Wow.
So you obviously know how much Simon and I mess with each other, right?
Yep.
There was this one time where
Oh
a
my God.
wasp was flying around the house and it landed on the back of his shirt
Yep.
and it starts crawling up toward. It was landed probably like down mid back
Okay.
and starts crawling up towards his neck. And I was like,
Very slowly.
dude, there's a wasp on you. And he was like, shut up. There's no wasp on me. And I was like, I swear to God, there's a wasp that is
Oh my
crawling up
God.
on you. And he looks like, didn't you look?
No, I felt it. Like I didn't actually turn and look at it. It was on my shirt and it was crawling up. And the second I felt it touch the skin on my neck, I just
rips
ran.
his shirt off. Sprints outside. I think it ripped your shirt off.
Yeah, I ran like 4 laps around the pool just to make sure it like.
It was
couldn't-
not.
I think I jumped in the pool.
I think, yeah, he did.
I jumped in the
Oh
pool to
my
get away
gosh.
from it.
Dude, that's just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was sketchy.
I'm the immediate swat away. It turns into this frantic.
Then you just get stung.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been stung on my hand before, and my hand literally swelled up to the size of a softball.
Oh God.
It
Oh,
kept getting
God.
bigger, and like it was getting hot, and it was getting bigger, and I could
Hot to
visually
the
see
touch,
it.
yeah.
30 minutes later, I could see it was bigger than it was 30 minutes before. So I had to
Mhm.
go to like urgent care
Yeah.
and get a shot, and
A
I
shot.
was good to go. But
Okay.
Yeah.
it just was not fun, man.
I
Yeah.
just took lots and lots of Benadryl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I usually just run away from wasps.
Yeah. I don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, I hate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
hell no.
chase those sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do chase. Yes, I know.
Funny story.
That's why I turned 3-4 corners.
Okay. For anyone listening, or I guess since I'm telling a story, you'd have to visualize too. My dad is like 6'7". Like he's a pretty big dude.
Well, that's a tall glass of water. I don't know.
I don't know where that
probably
came
not
from.
good.
He's really tall. So I remember being a little
Tall
kid.
glass of water.
I don't know.
I remember being a little kid sitting in the backyard, and my brother had like gone around on the side of our house along the fence and found like a wasp nest or something. So he was all scared. He ran back over. My dad, in his boxers, 6'7" man, just out of bed, having his morning coffee, walks around the corner with some hornet spray to go kill the hornets.
What is he doing?
And
What are you doing, Walter?
no more than 10 seconds later, you just hear, ah! And he got stung and just runs around the corner.
What's
that's
hilarious about that is no protective clothing. You
No.
know,
Oh, no, it was hilarious.
T-shirt,
Cup of
hoodie,
coffee in hand.
cup
Yup.
of coffee in hand.
Seriously.
Poison in the other.
Coffee in one hand, hornet spray in the other. Walks around the corner of the house.
Dude,
That's
I've got to
nuts.
meet your dad. He seems like really brave.
He's a character.
He's
a
funny,
character.
dude. He's really funny.
Mm-mm-mm.
That is, I love it. I love people getting hurt. I think it's the greatest thing. One time, one of my other cousins, JP, got the trunk closed on his head.
Oh, I've heard
He
the
literally,
story.
it was like a Ford Expedition
How does that even happen?
because he was trying to look at something last minute and
Uh-huh.
literally put his head in the way of the trunk closing, and his head gets closed and hit by the trunk. I died laughing.
So he was okay. Let me run it back. Okay.
Sure.
He's looking for something as the trunk is coming down. He had pushed the trunk to close.
No. So
All of a sudden, he's
my aunt had started closing the trunk, and as she closes it, he's like, "Wait, what's that?" And she was just not paying attention. Closes it onto his head, and I don't think I've laughed that hard in my entire life. It was the greatest thing ever.
You laughed pretty hard when I slipped on the front doormat and
Oh my
fell
dude,
on my
that
ass.
was so funny. Okay, can I tell you this story real quick?
The plights of my
shit,
cousin.
we're already over an hour. We got to wrap this up at some point. But
Last story.
Last story.
okay, so I hope it's a good one. So we were going to the movie. We were like, "Yo, let's go to the movie. Let's get in the car. Obviously, we got to drive. We're not. What is this? Amish people? We're gonna hop in the carriage and buggy along. Anyway, so
What, I don't know.
so the
Thanks,
door
dude.
Yeah.
the door opens and there's a doormat in front of the door, like there are in many different houses.
Okay.
Underneath the doormat is like a gravel cement type of thing. The cement with a bunch of gravel
Okay,
on
yeah,
it,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
rocks
yeah,
and stuff.
okay,
So
I'm with you. Yeah.
it kind of slides a little bit. The mat wasn't
Sure.
secure.
No, it's on rocks.
Simon was pretty gung ho about this. He was excited for the movie. He's running and he jumps over the door threshold onto the mat.
Was this Pulp Fiction? He was
You're,
running. and
you're not
stuff?
you're not remembering every detail correctly.
What happened?
You were with Oliver,
Okay.
and we were all three planning on going to the movie.
Sure.
And you and Oliver ran out.
My
to,
mom and Chelsea were there too.
Well, you ran out to the car,
Sure.
acting like you were gonna drive off to the movie and
Okay.
leave me here.
That sounds more accurate.
So I was trying to sprint out of the house as
Okay,
fast as I
okay,
could.
I got
Okay,
it. I
so
got
that's
it.
your car.
Yes,
So that's
'cause
where
you-
we are.
You caused this.
Okay, I
You are the perpetrator.
That
of
sounds
this
about right.
particular- yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot that little detail.
Okay.
So he's trying to run and catch us. He jumps over the door threshold onto the mat, and the mat slides out from under him and slides 20 feet,
Oh snap!
the driveway.
Oh my gosh!
and he's just flat on his back. And it was the greatest thing that I have ever experienced. He
he doesn't seem to like enjoy this story
No,
at all.
it was pretty physically painful.
He gets up and just sits in a chair and
Oh
just
my
puts
gosh.
his head in his hands, and he's just breathing.
Yep.
You just hear this.
I hit my head on brick.
That is awesome.
I
That is
can't help
awesome.
myself whenever people get hurt. My first reaction is to just laugh, and then I ask if they're okay.
That is awesome.
Not spiteful. It's just how I do things. I'm sorry.
You're cynical.
I apologize. But that should wrap the podcast up, I assume. Any other last remarks for us before we close out?
we definitely have a lot of things to talk about
We-
in the
we
next
ta-
episode.
We talked about a lot of different stuff.
We did. So I introduced this podcast. I'm going to go ahead and let Roy exit the podcast with his radio voice.
Oh, really?
Whatever you want to say. This is, a nice...
Is there a name to this podcast?
The Lunchbox.
The Lunchbox.
If we're going with that, if that's what y'all want.
We are the Lunchbox for now.
Yes.
Lunchbox for now.
Okay.
So
Should I call it Alex's lunchbox?
no, not Alex's.
Not
This is
Alex's.
Alex's Charizard lunchbox.
Charizard.
Oh, that
I
is
actually had a
great.
Charizard lunchbox.
You
Charizard's
did?
dope.
Yeah, we're getting into a whole other podcast.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to wrap this thing up. Tune in next week
Yes.
for another exciting episode of The Lunchbox.
God, that's nice.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Bravo.
Hopefully someone will hire me to do voice work. The Lunchbox.